Why is Diti just chilling in the middle of the road? What the hell are these guys doing? Aja bhai, aja. Ah. Another day, another ride. And before you start wondering where I am headed to now, let me stop you and just tell you that on a Saturday morning, there's no other place I could be going other than my office. So, yeah, also the bike is absolutely filthy and badly needs to be washed, but I haven't been able to take out the time to get it washed. Plus, the road to my place is under construction like 6 months out of the entire year, so even if I do get it washed, it will be the same in like 2-3 days. There's that. Let me just give it a quick wipe down. So last night I had a little bit too much free time, and I was sort of stalking my own YouTube channel when I realized that I never actually properly introduced myself to you. So I decided to, just strap on a camera and my mic while riding to office today and make that introductory video of sorts. As many of you guys would know, the ones who have been watching the channel for some time, because it's not that old of a channel, that I started out making ASMR ride videos. Then me and my friends went to Ladakh. I made a few vlogs about that. I still have some videos that I need to edit about that, but we don't talk about those. But yeah, when I switched to those vlog videos I shot in Ladakh from my usual ASMR riding videos, I realized something. That something was that, if I want to take content creation seriously, then posting just ASMR videos just won't be enough. Like, I know there are a lot of creators who do that, just ASMR videos, and they are very, very successful, but the market is already very saturated. So, another one of those ASMR vloggers who won't really be appreciated by people, especially because I am on a hunter. It's definitely not the best sounding bike out there, especially with the stock exhaust back on. I decided to go with the entire rebranding thing with bringing back an old name of mine, the whole MELLO rides motorbikes things. So yeah, if you are wondering where that MELLO came from, it started out from fanboying over Marshmello, the EDM music producer. I used to listen to his songs all the time when I was in school, and my Instagram username used to be Mr. Mello. And it started from there. After that, I used to play video games, PUBG, BGMI, Valorant, or anything like that, and my name used to be Mello. So all my friends back in my hometown and all my gaming friends, everyone calls me Mello. So I thought, like, I need to create something for myself, because the motorcycle saga was less about me and more about the bike, and I kind of wanted the journey to shift more on me and bikes, me with bikes and me about bikes. So yeah, I switched it around to MELLO rides motorbikes. I've been super inconsistent with uploads, like I told you in my last video. I've been trying my best to get out videos as frequently as possible, but sometimes life doesn't really cooperate and you have to try harder, and well, I don't really have that energy to be trying harder right now. Regarding my choice of trying to keep most of my videos in English, I basically got inspired to start motovlogging by the Lord Anurag Salgaonkar himself, and I really love his style. He talks in English, he keeps it very chill, doesn't speed or anything, basically matches my vibe. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take inspiration from this guy. And the initial thought behind keeping videos mostly in English was that one, since I came to Punjab, well, my English became, let's say, not so good, and I thought, okay, this would be a good place to start, to practicing my English and getting it to the trying and getting it to the level that it used to be before. Well, mind you, I am nowhere close, and यहाँ मेरे साथ धप्पा हो गया है. मैंने सोचा था चुपचाप साइड से निकाल लूँगा, but well, here we are. Yeah, so I wanted to get back into the practice of speaking English because thankfully I am still okay with written English, but when it comes to speaking, I kind of suck. Well, this might be a bad decision, but I do not support this kind of riding at all. I'm doing this at my own discretion. I highly recommend you guys not to do such stupid stuff. But I am sort of getting late for work today, and I do not want to be late. So yeah, please excuse me for going against my own principles. Man, how many times do I deviate from the topic that I'm talking about? Yeah, English. So, other than improving my spoken English skills, I also decided to keep the videos mostly in English because I was hoping that would get me high reach, but well, I didn't realize that if I am aiming at a larger global audience, it will take a longer time to get to them. And बाकी हिंदी अंदर से निकल ही जाती है भाई, थोड़ी बहुत तो, कितना भी इंग्लिश में बक बक करने की ट्राई कर लो. So there's that as well. And a lot of people did actually request me to make videos in Hindi, or maybe something that English speaking people don't that non-English speaking people would understand. So I decided to keep it a little bit of mix and match of sorts between English and a little bit of Hindi. बाकी दोस्तों के साथ होऊंगा तो कभी थोड़ा बहुत ऐसा पहाड़ी एक्सेंट भी आ सकता है, subtle foreshadowing. Also, there's this big advantage of winters, especially for motorcyclists, that people in Punjab, mostly the ones who use motorcycles for daily commutes, don't prefer wearing helmets under normal weather conditions, but during winter some of these guys are like, okay, ठीक है यार, हेलमेट पहन ही लेते हैं, चलान से तो बच ही जाएंगे, साथ में ठंड भी नहीं लगेगी. सो दैट्स अ प्लस. जितने लोग मैंने आज हेलमेट में देखे हैं, इतने मैंने अभी तक के पूरे साल में नहीं देखे होंगे. Well, and then there are the usual ones who'll just wear a winter cap and put a muffler on top of it, but just refuse to put on a helmet. The difficult part about winters is not even having to ride a motorcycle to work because it's cold. The difficult part is actually having to get myself out of bed every morning. Today I planned on coming early to work, and I was supposed to get up at 7:30, and I was in bed even at 8:35. So yeah, let that sink in. It's, just my beddings are so cozy and comfortable, I just don't wanna get out of it. But at the end of the day, पापी पेट का सवाल है यार, कमाना तो पड़ेगा ही, वरना राइड्स नहीं हो पाएंगी, वीडियोस नहीं बन पाएंगी और तुम लोगों तक कंटेंट नहीं पहुंच पाएगा. It's a cycle, not a motorcycle. I would have loved it if it was a motorcycle and more automated. ऐसे ठाक से बटन दबाया, अपने आप बिस्तर से बाहर और सीधा वॉशरूम के अंदर. By the way, I chose a very wrong day to be filming a YouTube video. It's a Saturday and most people have a week off today, so there will be less nuisance on the road. अब सड़क पे बकैती कम कर रहे होंगे लोग, तो थोड़ा सा अपने को कंटेंट नहीं मिलेगा अच्छे वाला. That's okay. I have to rant and I'll do that anyways. बकासुर को कौन रोक सकता है. आजा भाई आजा. Why is Diti just chilling in the middle of the road? This is a different day from the first clip that you have been watching up until now, where I was headed towards office on a Saturday morning. Well, it's a Thursday evening today and today's Christmas, so Merry Christmas everyone. I actually forgot on Saturday evening that I was supposed to record a vlog. You can't blame me. I walk in the footsteps of the president of the Goldfish Memory Association. So yeah, it's a Thursday evening and I am returning from a ride. Me and a friend of mine went to a cafe on the mountains, had some really delicious food there, and man, the weather is cold today. Bro has zero patience. ऐसा क्या ही है, ट्रैफिक सिग्नल पे रुकने का थोड़ी होता है, ये तो बस सजेशन है. सजेशन मन करे तो रुक जाओ, वरना मत रुको. ये देखो, एक और, दो और, 7 सेकंड बचे थे, मतलब क्या ही घिस जाएगा तुम्हारा, थोड़ा रुक जाओगे तो. So I was talking about the ride today, and this friend of mine owns a Himalayan 411. He recently got his bike reworked on, fresh paint job, some new graphics. And it was actually the first time when I went for a ride with him. We keep working on our bikes together quite frequently now. But yeah, this was the first time we went riding together. And man, he's a crazy rider. He was leaning the Himalayan 411 like anything. At one point, he scraped his foot peg and was about to skid out. Bro needs to chill. I think he forgets sometimes that he is not on a sports bike and on an ADV. I don't understand what is wrong with people these days. Like, people in their vehicles have absolutely zero regard for others on the road. The amount of times that me or my friend were about to get into an accident today just because the person driving a vehicle in front of us decided to switch lanes without looking in their mirrors, I can't even count it. Like, how long does it take to just have a glance in your mirrors before you switch a lane? And how dumb do you have to be to not do that? What the hell are these guys doing? Man. Crazy people out here. Nobody gives a single shit about traffic rules. मतलब ऐसा कंसिडर भी नहीं करते भाई कि जिसकी लाइट ग्रीन होगी वो अपनी हरी लाइट देख के आ रहा होगा. ना जी, हम सड़क पे हैं, तुम अपना देख लो भाई. अरे भाई ट्रैफिक लगा है, क्या होगा इतना टी टी करके, इडियट्स। जीरो पेशेंस, एब्सोल्युटली जीरो पेशेंस। पता नहीं क्या हो गया भाई आजकल लोगों को। ट्रैफिक लाइट्स आर अ सजेशन। Am I going to be the only one who stops? Well, I guess so. Or maybe not. That was a crazy amount of people who just straight up ignored the red and went their way. And there's more. क्या होगा भाई इस देश का? I mean, it's very easy to blame things on the governments. सरकार ये नहीं करती, सरकार वो नहीं करती. I agree with you, but सरकार अगर कुछ करे भी तो इस देश के लोग कुछ करने लायक हैं. I mean, just look at these people. They have absolutely zero civic sense, zero sense of responsibility, zero concern about their own and other people's safety. यार मतलब it's always really easy to play the blame game. थोड़ा सा बड़े हो जाओ. Try to look at the broader picture and understand that a nation as a whole needs to grow. Nothing is entirely the government's fault. And I'm not saying that the government is very innocent or the government is very good. They have their, whole propagandas and stuff, whatever it is. I don't want to get into too much of political shit. But yeah, the people here don't really contribute at all in the progress of this nation. Also on the Saturday that I filmed the first part of this video, I went and got fog lamps installed on my bike. Well, once again, because the wiring harness on the old ones gave out, and I became really paranoid about having them on my bike. So I donated those to a friend of mine. He has an old bike which is out of warranty, and he just directly connected those fog lamps without a single tension in his head, and he's using them now. But yeah, I got the Zana ZFLR 25 fog lamps, and they are pretty decent. I'll show you once this biker passes by. You see the stock headlight is almost as good as non-existent at the low beam. This is the high beam, like the throw is good. I can see very far away, but it's not too bright. Now with the fog lamps, this is the low beam, the fog lamp. This is the high beam, the white light. And if I long press that, I can turn on both. So yeah, these are pretty great so far, and I'll tell you the reason I got them installed in a second. Mind you, this is the road that I take for home every day after work, and it's almost around 7:38 that I go home from here. So if I turn my fog lamps off right now, that's the fog lamps off, and irritating bullet owners. Yeah, I was saying. And that's the fog lamps off, and today the fog is not that dense. So yeah, this area specifically, it's very dark. The fog here is very dense, and a lot of the times there are wild animals here. A few days back, me and my friend were coming back from work, and a buffalo suddenly ran in front of a bike. The person driving the bike was sick, and he wasn't wearing a helmet because he had a turban on. He fell down face first, and he was bleeding there entirely. We helped him up. There was a small food stall nearby. We got him water and everything. And I tried calling for an ambulance, and surprisingly enough, the 108, the emergency ambulance that is supposed to arrive as soon as it can, first it took us around 20 minutes to connect with them. And after the struggle of those 20 minutes trying to find an ambulance, once we got hold of an ambulance driver, he said that it will take him at least 40 to 45 minutes to get here. And we told the person involved in the accident that is going on, and by that time he was like, no worries, you can go, I've called my family members. So yeah, we made sure he was alright, and he assured us that someone from his family is coming to come pick us up. And we went on our way. So yeah, I got the fog lamps just so I don't end up in a situation like that. The stock headlamps on pretty much any motorcycle are pretty useless, especially when it's so dark and there is fog on top of that. That's it for this video. Please make sure you like if you liked, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bonus.
I went and got fog lamps. Wow, average Thar behavior.